Hello everyone! Welcome back to Single Girl Budgets. My name is Jessica. Today we are closing out our budget from July because it's that time. I just realized I don't have all the notes I need. Well, let me pull those out. There we go. And let's pop into this bad boy. So currently for my finances, I am just using a lined notebook. Loving it. Let's go back to July. This is my July monthly budget. This is something that I made myself. And if you're interested, this exact version is not in my Etsy shop, but I do have others. I will work on getting this one in there as well, though, for you. So, I am using a Parku erasable pen, just in case, because I mess up a lot. And what we are going to do is go ahead and go through this budget. So let me zoom you guys in so you can see what we're doing here. And I'll just have to be really conscious of where I've got you. So, a couple of things. I gotta figure out what I did here, you guys. I wrote a lot of notes down and I have no idea what I'm doing. So I know that my salary did not change. It's $3,038. My rollover was actually a negative $184. Negative, oh, I should use red for that, shouldn't I? Haha. Where's this smart? Let's erase that. There we go. Okay, so my rollover was actually a negative, what do we say, 184. So that means the difference, let me just grab out my calculator here, would have been 97 minus 184 equals a negative 80. Oh, well, wait, hold on. I would take the 184 plus the 97, wouldn't I? Duh, Jessica. Math is hard, you guys. Whew. Okay, 184 plus 97 equals a negative 281. That's the difference there. Okay, that was weird. Okay, so then for miscellaneous, I made some extra money. So I did make $130 extra. And then if you guys have been watching my recent videos, I have been doing what I'm calling a credit rollover. And I'll explain in just a second. So that is going to be 523 plus 130 is 653. So the credit rollover, let me just zoom you guys out. Oh, that's the wrong way. Okay. So a lot of times in my spending money down here, I will use cash or credit or debit. So if you've watched my weekly check-ins, then there are certain things that I just go ahead and use credit for. I do mark them, and then that is already being accounted for in my spending. So when I do have to pay my credit card, I don't want to account for that again. So I'm using it as a credit rollover to where I'm not actually bringing in that money, but that money is still in my bank account. So I know that's kind of confusing, but it is, that's how it's working. So let's go ahead and do some math here. Try and get you guys back. There we go. That's better. Okay, so we are going to do 3,038 plus 653 minus 184. So my total is 3,507. So that is technically the money that I have to work with this month and what I did. So let's just come down through here. So my mortgage did not change. That's $394. HOA didn't change, $231. DP&L, I can actually look over here at my paycheck budget. It would be the second one. Maybe if I can get to it, if I can find it. DP&L was actually only $88. So that's awesome. Progressive did not change. Elevest didn't change. Chase didn't change. Amazon didn't change. Sinking funds, that was cash, that did not change. My savings, this is my electronic savings. That is $100 per paycheck. Cash didn't change. Spending, I'll come back to. Miscellaneous, I didn't really have anything because I just counted all the spending. I'm going to go ahead and do my difference here for DP&L. So we're going to take 150 minus 88 means that we were under by 62. Everything else here was the same. Boop. So then I'm going to look at my spending. And what I can do is I can actually go to my paycheck budgets and look at what I spent for either, sometimes I list it as groceries, sometimes I list it as spending. So we've got $488 here plus $290.41 there. So $488, and I'm just going to round up. So I'm going to do $291. So $779. So we can get our red pen out here. $779. That puts me at $379 over. Whew, not good, you guys. So if we do this the easier way. So we take this 62 minus 379. Oh, might help if you do the right numbers. 62 minus 379 equals, we were 317 over budget. So then in theory, this plus this should equal this. What should equal this right here. Okay? So, and I'm just going to write it in black. So, what do we say? This plus this equals this. So this minus this equals this. Yeah. Math, you guys. So if you minus a negative, it's like adding a pot. It's like adding, right? 39.45. That is correct. Don't worry, I did the math before because I don't trust myself. So then I can look at my actual income minus my actual spending. 3507. Might help if I could hit a button. Minus 39.45 means we are at a negative 438, which we knew going into this month of July that we were looking at a potential negative rollover. Even though my spending was a lot higher, the potential rollover ended, I should move you guys up into frame. That potential rollover was actually less. So it was only $438 that I basically had to use out of my buffer or my savings, whatever you want to call it, instead of $493. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to start with a zero number for August. I'm going to come over here, and that is going to be my rollover for August. I'm going to put a negative 438 because that... I'm going to make that work. So, let's see here. What am I also needing to do? Oh, I've got like sticky notes everywhere because I did this at work and I just put a bunch of sticky notes. Okay, so I do need to go ahead and figure up my credit rollover. And again, you guys, that is going to be the expenses from my spending tracker. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just add up. And I've already done this some places, but I'm just going to pop through here again. This is why I am loving this sticker at the bottom here that I made. So I'm just going to add the credit expenses that I've already highlighted. Plus 133.23 plus 179.96 plus 110.45. So that gives me $646.50. Something's not right. Okay, I don't know what I did, but I'm coming up with $646.50. So we are going to roll with that as our credit rollover. We're going to do, I'm just going to round up. So I'm going to do actually I'm going to round down. I'm going to do 646. 646. I do not intend on making any extra money, so that is included. So let's go ahead and do some math here. So our credit rollover plus the salary minus our negative rollover, $32.46. All right, and then we will see how that goes. So when you take that number, subtract all of our expenses down here, minus 31. Oh, we're in a glare, we're in a glare, we're in a glare. Nobody likes a glare. That's better. 31.34 equals $112 potential rollover. That's what we like. Okay, so that is good to go. Let's come back to our July. So our July monthly budget is basically closed out. We spent more than we should have, which sucks. I was able to bring in a little extra money, which is good. But yeah, I need to definitely watch my spending, or I need to consider increasing my spending and make decreasing things. This was also the month that I had a very large credit card bill because I was, let me zoom you guys out. There we go. That's better. I also had a very large credit card bill because I am in the process of refinancing my home, and I had a bill I think I had a dentist bill I had to pay, and it was just a lot of things. So hopefully August is better. So the next thing I want to look at is our sinking funds and debt tracker. I did go ahead and count my sinking funds. These are all in cash. And I kind of wanted to use the space down here to mark when I take things out. I did forget that gifts. I did take $10 for my little brother's birthday, Gage. So obviously I took that out of gifts. I was able to add a little extra to some of these. Most of the time they do get $10 each, but I was able to add extra because I did get a cash bonus. Let me zoom. I hate that this thing is so small, you guys. Okay, there we go. That's better. All right, so, I love the size of it, but I hate for filming. It's terrible. So, for car care, I did end up adding $30. I did not take anything out. That means I have $50 in cash waiting for whenever I need it. For pets, I ended up also adding $30 because you never know when they're going to get cray-cray. Did not take anything out. I have $40. I do need to order dog food, so I might be using some of that. For gifts, I ended up adding $30 because I added an additional $20 after my $10 that I add every month. I used $10 of it, so I am currently at $20. Wait. No, that's wrong. I ended up adding $40 to gifts because I knew that I was taking some out, so that puts me at $30. Household, I added $30. I have not used any. I am going to use some of it to go buy some new dining room chairs because mine broke. And I like chairs. I like to be able to sit. For giving, I added $30. That puts me, I didn't use any. That puts me at $40. And then for clothing, I added my normal $10. I did not add any extra because I don't need to be buying any clothing right now. So just to see where we are at, I'm going to go ahead and just add up the ending. I don't care about what was added and subtracted and used. I just want to know what the ending total is. So we have 50 plus 40 plus 30 plus 30 plus 40 plus 20. So I have $210 in cash socked away. So that's pretty awesome. So I was able to add $160, which does make sense because I add $60 every month. I do $10 for each every month. And then I did get a $100 bonus. So I put that towards my sinking funds. So that's pretty awesome. So that is actually going to carry over to my August sinking funds. So car care beginning is going to be $50. Pets is $40. These are not in the same order. Clothing is $20. Gifts is $30. Giving, sorry, I had to cough there, guys. I choked on my own spit because that's how I roll. Giving is 40. And then house is 30. I am probably going to take, actually, I'm going to take that entire 30 and use it for new chairs today. So I'm just actually going to go ahead and subtract 30 because I know I'm going to use it. And I'm going to put house. Make sure you guys can see. And I'm going to put 32 new chairs. I guess I should make like a transaction or put a transaction log down here. But I just kind of write little notes down. Okay, so then the other thing is the debt tracker. Now, if we flip back to July's, you will see that there's nothing on here. Guys, because of the way the dates fell, I did not pay anything on my car during this pay period because I am a paycheck budgeter. So my month runs from the first paycheck of the month to the first paycheck of the next month. Well, because of the way the dates fell in July, that did not include my car. So in August, the same amount is going to apply for my car. And that means the beginning amount is $7,701.29. Now this will change because I do pay my car every month. And we'll get to actually make that number go down a little. I think that is all my post-it notes. Let me just do a quick flip through. So, July monthly budget is now closed. Our actual rollover was less negative than we expected, but definitely still negative. Not good. Sinking funds are growing slowly. That's what we like to see. Debt tracker didn't do anything. I'm not going to do anything with the variable income because I'm just not. And then all of my paycheck budgets, my spending trackers, these are good. So let me just zoom you guys out just a tiny bit. A little bit more. I like shake everything when I do that. I'm terrible at this. I'm a terrible YouTuber, you guys. Okay, terrible YouTuber. Here we go. So here is August. We know that our monthly budget, we are looking at a potential rollover of $112 for the month because we are actually finally going to be positive as long as I don't spend all that money. My sinking funds are currently up to date. Debt tracker up to date. I did go ahead and lay out a variable income. I don't know if I'll use it. And then here is my first paycheck budget, which you guys would have seen that video probably yesterday or the day before. And I am looking at having a potential rollover of $306, which will be going to the next paycheck. My spending tracker, which I have not tracked any transactions yet. I do have one I need to put on here, and that was for some groceries because I needed some random things. But other than that, we are good to go. So if you guys have any questions about all of this, leave it down below. I will do my best to explain it. I'm trying to make things make sense in my brain because sometimes they just don't. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that red subscribe button down below so that you can become part of this little fam that we got going on in this corner of the internet. Hit the bell so you don't miss a single upload because I'm trying to gain control. We're trying to see what happens. We're trying to spend wisely. And who knows what's going to happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.